Hey, Ylopo users. This is Barry Jenkins, your Ylopo Realtor in Residence, and super excited to talk to you a little bit about just your mindset as you are working new Ylopo leads. Now, at a high level, when you're dealing with a lead, there's intent, right? Did they intend on having this discussion with you today? And when you're looking at the lead's journey, if they go to a real estate specific website, find a house they want, click call me, and then you call them, mentally they're prepared to talk about all the things you and I want to talk to them about. Like, are you approved? Do you want to shop for a home? Do you want to go look tonight? I call them service-oriented questions. So we are serving them and by asking those questions. And when they know what they want and they perceive to have a need, they can answer those questions. They appreciate those questions. When you get a referral from a past client, right? That person has been looking for an agent. Does anybody know anybody? They're ready, right? And so you call them and you say, when do you want to move? And they appreciate it. With someone that started shopping and they didn't intend on talking to you today about a home. So Facebook would be an example. They're on Facebook. I've never met anybody that said, I'm going to look for a home for sale. I'm going to go check my Facebook news feed, right? So most people that register to look at homes on Facebook, they weren't prepared mentally to talk about real estate, but that doesn't mean it's not a good lead. It just means that if you don't ask the right questions of the person, mentally, they're not ready to talk about it. And as a culture, when we're not ready to talk about, to a salesperson about the product, we normally say like, hey, I'm just browsing, not really serious, just looking, right? And so then as agents, we're kind of bummed out. And so, when you are working your CRM, I've got someone's CRM pulled up in the background here. What I'd like you to start to do, and this is what my agents, I run 2 teams right now, and what they do as far as their day in and day out. I want you to call these leads. If Raya reaches out to them, texts them, and tags them, I want you to call them as well. Why priority? I want you to reach out. You can see these 3 smart lists right here. New leads, why priority leads, AI engaged leads, right? So they go through those 3 lists, and they're just looking for people that we've got their right information that want to buy or sell a home one day. We like to use the 12-month mark. Are they going to be transacting one day? And as we're talking to these people, we're changing their in Follow Up Boss, it's called stage, right? Hot stage, warm stage, cold stage. In Lion Desk, it's called hotness filters. Hotness, hot, warm, cold. In FirePoint, it's called status, new, nurture, cold, right? So taking these conversations and then you're labeling them in one of these buckets so that every day you start out, you're trying to connect with these leads. And then if they converse with you in any fashion with regards to real estate, then you label them hot, warm, and cold. And so that's how you're developing your pipeline. And what most agents do with this pipeline is they're persistent, top of mind, consistent, follow up until the person says, yeah, I'm ready. And we're basically waiting passively for the person to be ready. And Ylopo presents a new constant in your business, remarketing. We are running ads to people and showing them homes that match their search criteria in their Facebook newsfeed every day. Because of that new constant, they're coming day in and day out. We have a new opportunity to stay relevant to them. And so what I want to challenge you as I close out this mindset video is, instead of saying, oh, you want to buy in 4 months, I'll check in with you in a month or 2, if that's okay. Or, oh, you're buying in 4 months, is it okay if I send you listings, right? So weak, no value. What I'd like you to start to do is to really get involved with where the lead journey is. Oh, you want to buy in 4 months. Oh, you want to buy in a year. Affirm them. They're planning the largest purchase of their life. Be excited for them. I'm so glad you're 4 months away. I'm so glad you're a year away. I'm excited to add value for you in this journey as you go through this. Don't say, that's okay, when they say you're ready to buy in 12, or they want to buy in 12 months. Don't act like it's bad news. They're planning their future. And what I want you to do is find a way to be relevant to them now. And what my agents do really hit that whole mortgage pre-approval. If you're buying in a year, they owe it to themselves to start planning the financial aspect of the purchase. There's a lot of really great things that happen when you've dealt with the money, right? When you've figured out the mortgage, you can enjoy shopping. You can think about other important things like school zones and crime rates and furniture and all those other pieces of the puzzle. Because you've dealt with them and you've compartmentalized that piece of it, you can process it out. Now, behind those doors, we know the thing that they're most worried about is money. They're freaking out if they can afford the house. And what we found is the person that says they're 12 months away from buying, they are normally going to buy much faster when they deal with the money up front, because their primary concern has been dealt with. And so just to recap a little bit, when you're looking at all lead sources, not just Ylopo, you really want to think about the intentionality. Did they intend on talking about real estate today? If they didn't, that's okay. You can still be relevant to them. And you categorize them in buckets: hot, warm, and cold, completely subjective. Like, don't ask the lead, are you buying in 3 months? Are you buying in 6 months necessarily? And then label them based on that. Like, you can do that if you want, but don't be married to that. Really just try to dial in what you think. And then when you're following up with them, find out what their next step is. Add value. Be engaged. Don't just wait for them to be ready. That's what everybody else does. You have a new constant with Ylopo remarketing. They're coming back every day. And so every day you have the ability to be a participant of their journey. If you'll do this, you'll go from an average producer in real estate to a super producer, because you're learning to climb up that tree. You're learning, instead of just focusing on the low-hanging fruit of being a door opener, you're learning to climb up before the tree, the fruit, hangs low. You're able to get the fruit that nobody else wants. I hope you find this helpful. Reach out to me, bjenkins@ylopo.com, with any questions, or you can tag me in a post in the Ylopo Success Community, which, if you're not a member of, you need to find it on Facebook immediately, because a lot of value, a lot of users just collaborating and sharing information. Thank you for being a part of the Ylopo community, and I look forward to partnering with you in the future.